Hello everybody, my name is Kenneth and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be checking out the newest release from Key. This is Hunter. Going into this, I have seen concept photos and stuff, and I did watch one of the teasers, I think, for the era as a whole. So I know kind of a little bit what we're going to get into maybe with this music video. I need maybe a sliver, but just kind of preface that. Um, I am aware that one of the songs on Key's new album was co-written by Eej, whom if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know is an artist I really enjoy the music of. So I'm probably going to definitely do a reaction for that at some point. Um, um, but I don't think I'm going to do an album reaction. I think I'm going to keep the overall album to myself, I think. I haven't reacted to Key since Good and Great. However, I have been listening to his music in my own time. I know a lot of you probably won't care about this part of the intro, but I was very new-ish to recording reactions at the time, and I think it definitely showed in my reaction to Good and Great. I missed a lot of talking points and stuff like that. And just, I don't feel, looking back, I don't feel like I appreciated the song enough. I love the song, but I don't think my appreciation came through in my reaction. So I just want to apologize in kind for that. But yeah, if you're here for this reaction, which I'm sure you are, pause warning. As you can tell, I'm a yapper, but not only that, I'm autistic and I pause a lot anyway, regardless of if I'm recording a reaction or not. I often need time to process what I'm thinking, say what I'm thinking. It can take me an hour to watch a 15-minute video, sometimes, depending just on how my processing is. If pausing isn't for you, that's totally okay. It just means that you're not going to probably vibe as much here, which is totally okay. That being said, we are going to get into this. I did just see out of the corner of my eye that there's a 15H rating. I just reacted to ATEEZ, and they also had a 15H rating. Oh no, I'm in danger. Let's go. We're running. I thought we were running from zombies, but apparently not. Ooh. Already, I love the lyrics, but that little harmony there, between the vocals, I need to hear that again. I'm loving the way he is delivering the adverbs, the totally and the honestly, the way he's breaking that up and kind of extending it. It gives almost a feeling of like reaching out for something, reaching out for someone, or visually the visual toll of like being like wrapped in chains, or in this case rope, and like resisting and like that exertion. I love that. Ooh. Ooh, hey, I love that. I love that. Ooh. I love, I know you're probably, there's going to be some of you that don't like the fact that I paused there. I love that we were getting the build up musically there. And then there was like an almost like a distortion effect a little bit, on Key's vocals, the closer to the chorus I'm assuming chorus, that we're getting. I'm not gonna lie, I was really overstimulated, by the way that the camera and the scene kept changing from Key being by himself to having all of these other people. Like it was giving like this feeling of being broken and tangled, but it was giving this feeling of, I guess the sensation that he was talking about being bitten by these two fangs. This person that before the song started, I assumed that Key was going to be the hunter. Maybe he's going to play both roles, but so far it feels like he's being hunted, and Hunter is therefore about this other person. I am loving the styling. There's something rugged and not perfect about all of the outfits, it feels like, which makes a lot of sense if you're running from a feral beast to feral person, so to speak. It makes sense that you'd be a little bit rough. Even like the white shirt is kind of a little bit gray, maybe because it's fallen over, or and got dirt on him or something like that. And we're gonna start from here. We're definitely gonna start from here. And I'll try not to pause before we get to the chorus. Ooh. Oh, I love the choreo. Da da ha na da sa. I love that. I know I said I'd try like not to pause, but he mentioned here, "You my devourer," but he's the one devouring right now. The face card, the choreo, the performance. Just everything is just there. Sorry, I don't want to be cheesy and saying he's eating that, but that's what I want to say. So I'm just gonna say it's just there. I'm loving the choreo. Ooh, freckles. I'm gonna come back because I think we're switching, but I want to quickly in the background you kind of got a and it's giving, even though the texture is obviously quite electronic and synthesized, the accompaniment actually feels quite musical theater in a way. I don't know if anyone else feels that, but there's just I don't know, just something in the presentation of the accompaniment just feels like it could easily be adapted to a musical interlude or a musical part of a scene on a stage. To me, like maybe not Phantom of the Opera, but in a similar kind of vein of maybe. I don't know. You guys let me know if you feel similar or the same. But there definitely feels like a musical theater edge to it to me. Ooh, hello. I was just kind of like taking that in, and then the whispering was like there, and I was like, oh yeah, and then it was almost like that little ta 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 sound in the effect there. It was almost like the illusion breaking of because if he talks about always being always free to choose and stuff like that, but there's almost like that still element of submitting to someone. Yeah, either hunt or be hunted. Like it's a game that they always play, but it's become a routine almost, which is interesting. Um, it's an interesting juxtaposition with always free to choose. Um, Also, I just realized there's 3 keys. That's clever. That is very clever. You got the one composite there, one composite there, and then the main. Um, that is clever. Oh, and then 2 more. Oh, and then 1 there. He just fell. Wait, hang on a minute. He just fell. It's just the way he fell. Sorry. Ooh, ooh. The interspersing there of the live version of Key with an animated CGI representation of a software version, where you can see even like the transforming tools. Nerdy moment, but when you're like doing animation and stuff like that, you get like transforming tools to move the position of stuff. That's so interesting. That's really clever. Oh. I'm living for this outfit. I'm living for this outfit. Also, it does definitely seem to be that he's playing both characters, both roles. Which I guess you could say like shows like a dynamism in the relationship that he's singing about, where either participant can take either role, maybe. Sorry if I'm reading too much into that. A little bit. Yeah. That outfit is so good. At first I thought he was wearing a skirt, and I was like, oh my god, that would be so cool. And then it just turned out to be shorts. But like just the way it was, the material was flowing as he was walking for a second. It looked like it could be like a skirt. Um, I can't believe I'm saying like, oh, I'm disappointed. Uh, Also, before we continue, I just want to talk about these shots as well, where he's on top of the base, as it were, on top of the stage kind of thing. I'm calling it stage for the purposes of the CGI sections, referencing sections. That feels like a throwback reference a little bit. Forgive me if I'm misremembering, but I think it was Shiny with the. I'm sure other groups have done it too, but with the see-through glass stage. Am I misremembering that? Apologies if I am, but that feels like maybe a call out, just like a nice little reference or something. Might not be, and I might be misremembering completely, but and apologies if so. But that's just the first thing that came to my mind. Oh, that move. Ooh, ooh. Oh, I'm really intrigued by this shot. I'm really intrigued by that shot. Sorry, I'm just ooh. Just from a filming perspective, ooh. Oh. That also feels like a throwback to earlier in the video where the key in the window falls over. Only it's almost suggesting that the earlier one was being like pushed over from like floored, like, oh my god, it's him kind of thing. Versus this this key that is definitely pushing him. Is almost as well with the lyric here about seeping into each other. It's almost talking about multiple personalities within a single person rather than like a relationship between two different people, two different external people. And so you could almost maybe suggest that the pushing is kind of one form taking over the other and like taking full control. Maybe. I don't know if I'm reading that, but ooh, I love this outfit. Sorry, I'm going to go back, but I love this outfit. The curves almost give like a dress-like quality to it. It's like a corset dress. It's like they've literally taken the top of the corset, including those I'm going to call them crescent moons because I don't know what they're actually called, but the crescent, down to the crescent moons, removed it from the dress and then made it into a shirt. I don't know if that's what they did, but that looks great. Again, the cinematography on this, I love the shadow and the light and the grittiness of some of the shots. Oh, I like that. I like that. I'm sorry, that's really comical. You've got this dance move and then it just cuts to him like someone in the trunk of a car. That's just... It's just the way he's doing it as well. It's giving me when I'm trying to put something in a drawer and it's not fitting and so I can't close the door, so I'm like... That's so funny to me. I love that. I mean, the shovel as well is also very, like... I'm assuming he's going to bury this other side of himself or this other person. Because he's become one. Again, I really like that. Da, 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 da. Ooh, I like that shirt. Waistcoat. Ooh, 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 ooh. I have thoughts. I have thoughts. I'm gonna play it in a minute because I'm gonna have to say my thoughts. Throughout we've had that dum 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 dum. I'm probably getting the notes wrong, but we've had that texture throughout. But at the end we had like a more textured synth, and it just changed the way that sounded to me. Yeah, bum bum. Like that. You burning the car too? No location found. Status key is no longer identifiable. Oh, he really took the shovel. I forgot what that word was for a second. He really took that shovel to the face. Did the trunk key. Also, I'm just saying that phone needs more scratches. As someone who stepped on a screen accidentally, not a phone screen, but a tablet screen, a few years ago. That definitely needs more scratches. Unless the shape is, apologies if the shape is intentional, for something I've missed. I can't read the smaller text, but we'll keep watching and see. Era Hunter something. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm assuming we're not going to get anything else. Just going to check. Nope, okay. That was typical Key in the best way. We had choreo, we had sass, and we had his overwhelming personality. Overwhelming here being a good thing. Key, I mean, you saw how many dancers there were in any given scene, and yet you're always drawn to him. They're the dancers. They're doing great, and they're amazing, and all the praise to them. But you're still reminded that like this is Key's stage. This is Key's space. I was trying to think of a different word. Key's moment, shall we say? It's almost like it's his life, and we're just living it. Do you know what I mean? I really like that. I really like again going into that final chorus, that little money note section with the high note in the background. That the first time that, because obviously I went back a little bit. First time I went through that, that's what I was mainly listening to. I was like, ooh, just in my head, I was like, ooh, yeah. I really like that song. I love the story of, because you could look at it like two different ways. As I said, you probably could look at it a lot more ways, but for me, you could either look at it as the fight for a dominant personality in one person, or the fight between two people, of who would be the dominant in the relationship, in that way. Um, um, and I think that that was so well portrayed, visually. Again, the composition and the composites of the multiple keys, and in at least one case, the multiple keys and the multiple dance groups. Um, it was so flawlessly done. It was like, I don't know if it was just the clever camera changes and stuff like that, but like I could never see a shot that was like, like how did, like, it was more for me like, how did they get away with that? Like um how did they, like the shot with the two keys where one's tied up. I was like, how on earth? I'm like, how on earth did they do that? Um, so obviously they probably filmed it twice and had Keith, and someone else, but it's like the way that they blended it. You'd almost be like, does Key have a secret twin that we don't know about? This is where you guys tell me, actually, yes. And I'm like, huh? And I'm like, when did I miss that chapter? Um, um, but yeah, I think my favorite look has to be um, the um, I think the freckled look, but with the big jacket, the black jacket, the shorts that I thought was a skirt, um, and then second to that, that outfit with the waistcoat and the shirt. I really like that. Really like that a lot. Sorry, I was trying to go through and it started to play. Um, like I really like the red hair. Um, I feel like it shows like a real. It's interesting because if we take it as the two personalities, the key that's kind of body dumped by the end was the key that had the lighter colors, the red hair. And it's interesting to me because I want to know, I genuinely want to know what that represents. Like, because to me, on one hand, you could see it quite negatively as like a loss of personality, in the sense of like someone with a really expressive personality versus someone who's maybe more reserved in their personality. But also you could look at it as losing a part of you that's more creative or something like that. You know, with the tinge of red in the hair, could be that. You know, that could be a representation of that creativity, you know, that creative mind kind of thing. Um, I don't know. If you have any theories, you guys, please let me know in the comments. I would really love. I genuinely, I know I yap for a long time and stuff like that in these videos, um, but I always genuinely want to speak with you and talk with you guys about things like this, because um, while I have my own interpretations of things, I'm not always right, and there might be concrete things that I'm, you know, not able to see. Um, I always say this about songs with music videos like this where there's excellent choreo. I think there was a dance practice released a few hours ago or a day ago, between the two, as I'm recording this. Um, I really want to watch that. I don't know if I'll do a reaction to that, um, but I definitely will be watching it regardless. Um, because just the snippets of choreo that we've been getting throughout, um, has really, really impressed me, and I really, really want to see more. Um, yeah. Um, so this has been my reaction. As I said, if you have any thoughts, please leave them in the comments below. I would really, really appreciate it. I love talking to you guys. This is why I react, is to talk to you guys. Um, if genuinely, if I didn't care what you guys thought, I wouldn't react in the way that I do. I would just watch things in my own time. But I really, really love when you guys like are like, oh, you missed this and this means this, and I genuinely love when people do that. Obviously not in a mean way, but just like in a nice, like, oh, you happen to miss this, or you missed this reference. Um, so yeah, I think that's all I've got to say. Really enjoyed it. Oh, last thought. I love, and this is the first thing I noticed, but I never said it. I love that this video is right on 3 minutes. Like, it's not 2:59, it's not 3:01. It's, according to YouTube, it's bang on 3 minutes, and that just really satisfies me. Um, but yeah, I think I am done with my thoughts for now. So yeah, as I said, I'll speak to you guys in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to support the original. And yeah, I will speak to you guys in the next video, hopefully. Bye everyone. Bye.